put on a little bit of lip balm. We're gonna get started. Today we are going to do a full face of cream products. I know that creams are a little bit trickier. They're a little bit harder to get the hang of for some people. They definitely were for me. I used to think I would never like cream makeup, but once I really got the hang of the technique and application of cream, it quickly became one of my favorite and preferred formulations of cosmetics. They just have that ability to completely blend into your skin, and if you're really careful, you can get it to look like you're not even wearing anything, but also they're really customizable as well. So I'm gonna try to help you guys out with application as much as we can. My skin is prepped, ready to go, cleansed, moisturized, sunscreen, the whole shebang. I'm gonna start off with a hydrating primer. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Keep that skin nice and hydrated. Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is a cream primer. Now what this is great for is smoothing, blurring, helping disguise texture, pores, things like that. Comes in a little pot like this. I'm going to sweep some up on the back of my fingernail, apply it to the back of my hand like this, smooth it out, get that product, nice and warmed up so it's a little bit more fluid. And we are going to apply this where we have, larger pores or texture that we want to disguise a bit. And I like to do it in this pushing motion. You don't want to do the swipey swipe all over. You want to really concentrate it, push it into those areas that you want to help hide any pores, or if you have, just uneven texture on the skin, that's what this is really great for. And I like to apply it in a little bit of a rolling motion. You can even work it upward a bit. You will feel the primer start to set down. It's not going to be nearly as fluid. It's going to be a little bit more solidified. You'll just feel a more sturdy feeling on your skin once you know this has set down. What a cream primer like this is going to do is, help make all of those pores, texture, ridges, just anything that you have that you want the makeup to more so glide over evenly. That's what that's going to do. So instead of there being a really, aggressive dip, the primer is going to help just smooth that out so that the makeup goes on more smoothly, doesn't settle into things a little bit easier. I'm going to do a little liquid illuminator just for that lit from within glow underneath the foundation. This is Tropical Vibes from Ashley Graham and Revlon. Blend this all over my face. It looks dark when you first apply it, but once you sheer it out, it's not dark. Sun-kissed glow, so you look a little bit like you got a little bit more color to your skin. In my experience, cream foundations do tend to be some of the most full coverage. Just as a whole, I find that they're formulated a little bit more full coverage. They've got a lot of pigment to them, so they can sometimes be a little bit harder to work with, especially if you do want to use them in a way that you can kind of customize and control the amount of coverage that you have. So one of the biggest things you can do is use just a tiny bit of an oil to sheer out the formulation and just make it a little bit more fluid, a little bit more easy to work with. So just for example, not saying that they're all hard to work with, but just saying if that's something that is harder for you to work with, you can take a cream stick foundation like this. You can take a little bit of an oil. I'm gonna use this one from Elemis. And I mean just a drop of oil. You really don't need a lot. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and work the oil into the bristles of the brush. And then now that I've got the oil on my brush, I'm gonna pick up the stick foundation with my brush. Now the oil is just gonna help it blend out a lot easier and give you a little bit more control with how much coverage you get. And it's also just gonna make the foundation easier to work with. That's all it really does. Not that the foundation is hard to work with, but especially if you're just starting off with cream, it's just gonna make it a little bit softer. It's gonna glide, it's gonna be sheared out, so you don't have to worry about a ton of coverage getting deposited. You don't have to pick it up on the brush. You can just do like a light swipe and then blend it out from there. But hopefully now you can see the difference in the side with foundation versus the side without foundation. The skin tone's just obviously a lot more evened out and it just looks a little bit more glowy. Let's say you apply a second layer. You did a little bit too much and you really want to shear it out. You're going to use a little bit more pressure with the brush so that the bristles of the brush can pick up some of that excess product. And see, I basically blended it completely away. And if you want to keep the coverage there, because I do have that hyperpigmentation, so let's say we do a little dot of foundation and I want to keep the coverage, I'm going to apply less pressure, lightly tap and push that foundation into the skin without as aggressively trying to blend it out. Because when you use more pressure, that's how you get a more sheer application, because the brush is going to do some of the work, help pick up the product, whereas if you want to blend it out, you just want to lightly graze and tap the skin like this. Generally speaking, cream concealers for the most part are either going to come in a pot like this or they're going to come in stick form like this. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use both. So this matte concealer comes in a pen. This is from PYT. I'm going to use this to conceal a little bit of the redness around my nose and then also some of the hyperpigmentation that I didn't want to put too much foundation on. So I'm just going to lightly apply it right to the corners of my nose. The coverage is insane, so you need way less than you think that you would. It'll just completely annihilate redness and darkness. And because it is matte, it's also great for pimples because it's not going to cause any more reflectiveness or shine on any raised type of textures. I'm going to take a little bit of the Becca Under Eye Corrector, which is a cream and very pigmented, but this is great for brightening up darkness, and it's really great for offsetting any darkness or discoloration that you have around your eye area. Or even if you had, you know, really dark hyperpigmentation that you wanted to camouflage a bit more, that's what this is really great for. It does have a slight luminosity to it, so it does reflect back light. And then my favorite cream concealer is the RMS Uncover Up. It really just looks like skin and it blends out so seamlessly, but you can also get really full, flawless coverage out of it if you would like as well. I love how it looks under the eyes, just youthful and healthy and so easy to work with. So just lightly apply it right under the eyes, and then I'm gonna push it in and heat it up with my finger. I love cream eyeshadows. They are my favorite, and some of my favorite of all the cream eyeshadows are the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks, and then I also really love the ones from CoverGirl. So I've got a mix of both in here. I thought we'd do something kind of rosy. I'm gonna take Nude Rose from Laura Mercier first and just work this on the inner corner of my eye. Now these shadows are self-setting and you don't need to use a primer because they're long wearing. So the only thing I would say is just, you know, blend out the edge, but you don't have to use a primer and you don't have to worry about them, you know, slipping around like other cream shadows. This is the cream shadow stick in magenta. I'm gonna apply that right on top. I'm just applying the shadows right out of the stick. Now you do have a couple seconds of playtime, so you don't have to worry about, you know, rushing to get it blended out right away, but don't take your sweet, sweet time. But you also don't have to like panic blend at the same time. I'm going to take Raspberry and work that in just to meet that magenta shade as well. And I'm always trying to blend out that edge to make it as soft as possible. Violet and burnished bronze for that outer corner. So I'm gonna go in with violet first, just tapping that on the outer corner. And then right on top, I'm gonna put a couple taps of burnished bronze. Go back in with my brush and just softly blend that up into the crease. And then I'm gonna take one of my favorites. This one is Rush. It shifts from blue to purple, and I'm just gonna lightly tap this all over. Smudge it a bit too. You can apply it with a brush, but I just feel like you get more control if you push it in with your finger. Filled in my brows, and now we're gonna do cream bronzer. So I'm gonna use one of my favorites, Chanel Tan de Soleil. I'm gonna use a brush just like I normally would with a powder bronzer. Just make sure I get all the product picked up. So I just like to start by tapping the cream bronzer on, just like this. And you can pull this into the center of the face. And I always start, you know, back here and then tap it slowly into the center of the face. So when you're trying to warm up the center of the face, pick up a little bit extra bronzer, tap off the excess, and then we will just lightly warm up the center of the face with a little bit less product. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of cream contour, and I'm gonna use the Truffle Matchstick from Fenty. Now I like to do the contour wherever I want just a little bit more definition and shadow. So like the sides of my nose, a little bit under the cheekbones, just a little bit. And you can always add more, but you don't wanna like overdo it with a cream contour, because then it could just be, it's just a mess and it's harder to remove. So I'll do a little bit under the jaw too. I'm gonna use a little brush that's more precise to help me blend out the contour. And I'm using a light hand so that I don't completely wipe all of the product away. This brush is really nice because I know I can hold it from back here on the angle, and it's just gonna give me a nice airbrushed, soft effect. It's gonna look really natural and nothing's gonna look too overpowering. For blush, I'm gonna use Nude Sticks Deep Maple A, one of my personal favorite blushes. I'm gonna pick it up on that same brush. And these are really great because you can either apply them straight to the skin out of the bullet, but you can also pick them up on a brush when you want to just slowly build up the intensity. And they are matte, so they're very long lasting cream blushes. And you can, you know, do completely full coverage to where you can use them as a lip color, or you can sheer them out as a blush. I just quickly did mascara. I used the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara, and this one is in the shade Cause I'm Black. Cream highlight, I love this so much. I love cream highlights in general. They just always look like the perfect dewy glisten, and they're just so beautiful. I love a good cream highlight. So I'm going to use the RMS Living Luminizer. What I'm actually gonna do is heat up the product with my fingertip and then just start stamping it right on the high points of your skin. And you will see the most gorgeous, realistic, dewy looking highlight ever. But the key here is really that you wanna warm up the product with your fingertips first so that it gets nice and hot. Do a little bit on my chin too, just a teeny. I like that little sweaty glisten, a little bit right above the arch of the brow. Warning though, this will, you know, give you a little bit more of that oily sheen, but I don't know, I think it looks really healthy. I'm gonna do Nude Truffle from NYX, the GOAT of lip liners. I'm also gonna use it to fill in my freckles a bit. Just make everything a little bit more natural looking and tap those in. For lip color, I'm going to do J'adore from Marc Jacobs. This one is Lila B in Be Elegant. Okay, when you are setting your cream products, I think it's really counterintuitive to completely go in with a powder all over the skin, because then you're just, you know, ruining the natural set down of these beautiful creams. So I think only set where it's necessary. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter Powder. I'm gonna take it on a teensy tiny little brush. I'm gonna set where my makeup is the most likely to break down. So for me, that's gonna be just a little bit under the eye. And I'm doing these really soft tap motions because I don't wanna do swipes and disrupt the base. We never want to disrupt the base. And the corners of my nose, because that's where the concealer tends to break down. Now keep in mind, we did use that Silk Canvas primer, so the middles of my cheeks should be good for most of the day. If you do think that you're gonna get a little bit more oily and you really want to set the middle of the cheeks, I would say use a big fluffy brush and pick up just the tiniest bit of powder. Always tap off all the excess so you don't get that chalky look, and lightly tap and press it right onto the center of your cheeks. When you're trying to set the larger planes of the face, use something light and fluffy like this and just lightly tap it with barely any powder. A little bit of powder goes a really long way, especially if it's a mattifying powder. I'm gonna use just a tiny bit of spray. I'm gonna use the Soft Focus Setting Spray from Hourglass. All right, guys, so this is the finished full face of cream products. I think everything looks really nice, really seamless, really natural. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways that you can apply these cream products, but you can customize the application methods to fit your, specific look that you're going for. So you can wear them a really full coverage and flawless, or you can wear them more on the natural side, which I think is the great thing. And I just like how creams over time really set down and start, molding to your face and your skin's texture. And I don't know, I love a good cream product, and I love the finish that they give on the skin. So I really hope you guys found this helpful. If you do have any questions regarding any of these cream products, please feel free, hit me up in the comments down below. I would love to help you out as much as I can. I would love it if you guys would subscribe if you didn't earlier. I'm gonna list and link all of these products in the description box down below for you guys. I'd love it if you'd come follow me on Instagram as well. But other than that, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. So yeah, leave a comment down below as well. Let me know some other types of makeup tutorials you guys are waiting for, or not. It doesn't even have to be a makeup tutorial, just any type of, makeup video that you guys want to see in the near future. Other than that, guys, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye, guys.